thrilled with what your bullpen was able to do against the Mets in your 3-game series. But in June, I don't have the exact number, but I know the team bullpen ERA since June 2nd has been pretty good. What's behind what they've been able to do consistently through the bulk of this month?
Yeah, they did a tremendous job against the Mets and have bullpen game in Milwaukee too, that first game, and they've really been throwing the ball well. I think that using their stuff effectively, throwing strikes, getting ahead of guys, and being able to finish them off too. Especially against, you look at that Mets lineup, and for to have the success we had against that type of lineup, they really threw the ball well.
One of the guys in that bullpen who's really stood out is Isaac. Is there something that you saw at the end of last year that, okay, maybe this guy could be a little more than what he had been at this point in his major league career?
Yeah, you know what? He pitched really well at the end of last year, and then in spring training, had a good spring. I think that one outing that stands out to me is after they had the baby, and he came back down, and we were playing the Yankees. It was electric. I mean, the stuff was just flying out. The way he threw the ball and the competitor that he is, and he's continued that since he got up here. I know that we had a tough one there where he got optioned back to Indy, and then once he's been back, he's throwing the ball really, really well for us.
Was that on the night game, Isaac's thing?
Yeah. Do you remember that? Yeah, it was like, I don't know what it was, but it just it looked even better, and that's the way that he's been throwing here. It just the fastball had a little bit more behind it.
I know last year there was a lot of talk about how Dennis was kind of like an organizational win, with how you guys found someone and tweaked a few things and got a lot out of someone that no other org could really do. Do you kind of view Isaac in that category right now? You guys have kind of made some tweaks and he's really taken off.
Yeah, he's doing great, and the maybe some tweaks, a lot to do with him, and who he is and how he works and the adjustments that he's made. I mean, talk about a story,
right?
From walk on at Pitt to Wild Things, from Erie, and to have the success that he's had, and just great job, and he's got great stuff, and he continues to get better. The slider, he threw a really good slider last week. We know he's got the changeup and continues to refine his arsenal to continue to get better.
What does he do either on the mound or side work or in the clubhouse, whatever, that gives you the confidence? It's like, maybe we can try him in leverage spots.
I think that you see the compete that he's got when he's out there, and the fearlessness to get after guys, and we've got a lot of guys like that. I think that the one outing that stands out to me is the one where Heaney got hurt, guy on third ends up coming in that situation, and we had him up in the moment for later with some lefties down in the order there, but he ends up coming in a huge situation, and gets out of it with the runner not scoring, and he's continued to build on that, and it's not like he doesn't need to try to do more, in those moments. I think that that's something that has stood out too, is that he's able to stay within himself and trust himself. I mean, the bat against Yelich in Milwaukee, was, an electric at bat. He didn't back down, Yelich didn't back down, and Isaac ended up getting him. And then the other day he comes in, first and second, gets down 2-0, and is able to get right back in the count. He just has that ability to slow things down in the moment.
How would you kind of describe the impact that Chase has made within the bullpen as well? I mean, especially the amount that you utilized him. I mean, has he been a pleasant surprise for you guys?
Huge. Especially the role that he's played and the situations that he's come into. The one that stands out to me is the one in New York, bases loaded in the 4th inning, and is able to get a Zokar before he flipped the lineup back over, which allowed us to win that game and unload the pen. Then he ends up going 2 more innings after that. He's done a fantastic job for us.
What does he need to do to kind of get back on track, and what's been off, if anything, the last couple of starts?
I feel like it's been the fastball command, being able to work ahead and really get that fastball in to right-handers, and which opens everything up for him. And I think that as he continues to utilize his changeup and his curveball, commanding that fastball is key.
How important are biomechanics and movement to Brian Hayes in particular, considering his health history?
Yeah, I mean, what he's been able to do, dealt with the back last year, got into a good routine. He still continues to do that every single day to make sure that he's good to be out there, and he's done a fantastic job. And it's it's continued process of trying to figure out that he continues to go through, from a body standpoint, continuing to find ways to make sure that he's in an optimal posture, frame, everything to be able to go out and do what he's doing, and he's doing a great job with it.
You said he made some adjustments to that. Obviously that's helped, and how do you repeat that, I guess, night in and night out?
Yeah, I think that it's something he's learned how to do from last year. I mean, dealing with back stuff is not fun, and the way that he was able to come up with a routine throughout the off season, and the process I think it continues to evolve based on how his body feels, and he's continuing to figure that out as far as posture and manipulation goes, to be able to stay on top of it, which is not easy to do.
Is he doing anything differently to maybe the naked eye or the common fan that would jump off the page in the way that he's moving to get the results that he has?
Well, I don't think you're going to notice anything, out there while he's playing, but the stuff that he does behind the scenes every day and the process that he goes through is intense. To be able to get to that point, from stretching back, the back exercises that he does, to be able to maintain it.
What can you say about Nick Gonzalez battling back from his difficulties this year?
Yeah, from injury, I mean, shoot, he hit the ball so hard he broke his foot on a foul ball, and then ends up being out for, I think it was close to 8 weeks there. And just the way that he swung the bat, coming back and helping us out, and the way he's played defense, he's made some big plays for us too.